Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you to the Stock Martin channel where I do talk about a lot of EV stocks, but particularly Lucid Motor stock we are going to be talking about today. I did just want to focus this video just on the stock analysis itself. We will be talking about a lot of charts and where the stock can go in the future. I think there's going to be a lot of catalysts moving forward from now on. And the next one is going to be October 12th. Lucid Motors is going to have its DreamDrive event scheduled on October 12th, which is going to be a great new catalyst for this stock. Also, we will have those production vehicles. Just this past week, we did have that first vehicle roll off that assembly line. And so I do think that the deliveries will be coming probably mid-October to late October, probably around that time that the DreamDrive event will be scheduled for. So moving forward, I did think that this stock is a great investment in your money, and I think I'm going to show you why and my price predictions at the end of this video. Before we get started, if you can, give me that thumbs up, the like button, also hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit all, so this can be shared around the YouTube community. And thank you so much for sharing this video. But we are going to be talking about the stock, which I did want to transition into now. The Lucid stock, if we look in the past one day, it did go down by 3%. We did start trading at $24.61 on Friday. We ended the day at that negative low. In the past 5 days, we have seen a little bit of a sell-off from this stock. We are down almost 5% for this week. And remember, this week we did start off on 27th of September, that pre-production event technology that went amazingly well. But we did have a lot of investors taking profits. So if we do look in that stock during the week, we actually tested $27.67 where it was its high that week, which is quite well. I have been saying that the ceiling of this stock is about $28, and we do need to penetrate. We need to go beyond that $28. And it looks like that's still our ceiling, and our base is about that $25. I think that this price is right now below $25. You're still getting a great deal in this stock, in my opinion, as we are only about to move forward and about to go up in its stop price moving forward. In the past month, we are still up by 32% in the past month, and this is the reason why we have had investors taking profits out there. So definitely, if you are up in this stock by more than 20%, I do think a lot of investors are taking profits to minimize their risk going forward. I, however, am holding this stock very long term, as I do think that this stock will continue to do well in the future. The deliveries are just around the corner. Now we have October 12th coming around, that we will have that DreamDrive event talking about the autonomous driving. So we have all the nice positive news out there, and I think all the right boxes are being checked for this company to do really good. But as we can see, since September 1st, whenever we had that pipe sell-off, we did go as low as $16 in its stock. Ever since then, we've had a very increase by, I think at one point it was 50% in its stock going up. Definitely, I do see that people are taking profits. Still, I do think that we are doing really good in this stock. I do think that a good base for this stock is that $25. Right now, we are under that at $24.61. Again, in my opinion, I think this is a great new level, a great new base for this stock. And I do think that anything under $25, you're getting a very good deal. I have been saying if you can get this stock under $20, you're getting a steal of a deal, in my opinion. The reason why I was saying this, if you look in the past 6 months, how many times have it gone down lower than $20? Not that many. I think this will be a new base. So this right here was the base in the past 6 months. I do think that $25 will now be our new base moving forward in the next few months coming up. This is a great stock, again, to own long-term, in my opinion. But if you can get this stock now under that $25, I think you're getting a great deal. And I will say, if you can get this under, let's say, $23, you're getting a steal of a deal. Now, this stock could potentially go lower than that, but when it does, you can see, according to the history here, anytime it goes low, we have a lot of retail investors that just pile in and pop this stock back up. I don't foresee that Lucid Motor Company company has a lot of downward pressure going into it to bring this stock much lower than this. I do think that from here on out, we have a lot more upward mobility, a lot more upward movement in this stock than more of that downward pressure, which is very nice, in my opinion, for this stock because you have less risk and more profitability looking forward. Now, by the end of this year, by the end of 2021, I do still believe that this stock will hit anywhere between $30 and $35 at the end of this year. It has been my price prediction, and I think that we're off to a very good start. Our next resistance is that $28. I've been saying if we can pass and penetrate that $28 ceiling, that resistance, and then we can start a new base, this will be great news for the stock. But I think that once we start getting those deliveries start happening, which should be mid to late of October, according to the company and according to a lot of the buzz out there. So this will be great news. And I do think that we can hit this $30 to $35 by the end of this year, again, in my opinion. Transitioning to TipRanks, I did want to evaluate the Lucid Motor stock and see what the analysts are saying out there. It is getting a smart score of 7. If you watched it in past videos, it has gotten a high of 9. We are trending a little bit lower, which is 7, which is neutral, just because in the past week we did have that sell-off. But it was about 5% overall. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion, because it is quite normal for this stock to sell off and to have this cooling off transition period because we've had this stock being very red hot since September 1st all the way up to September 21st. Just in 3 weeks, we went up more than 50% in this stock. So it's definitely quite normal to see this cooling off period. We will be talking about the analysts out there, but TipRank investors are very positive and very bullish on this stock. Blogger News is very neutral still, and I do think that once we still will have all those nice articles coming out of the reviewers that test drove the vehicle, I think that this will definitely start popping up and being more positive. The news sentiment has been quite bullish in the past 7 days, and I have been reporting all news to you, both good and bad, and I will continue to do so. The technicals still have been negative. We have that single moving average still being negative, but once we start seeing the revenues coming out, this will definitely change. So remember, we have not sold any vehicles yet of the Lucid Air. Once you start seeing the Lucid Air Dream being sold in the next few weeks, you will start seeing some revenue numbers coming in. And once we will start seeing the Q4 2021 revenues and earning statements, I think that this stock will do very, very well, in my opinion. We are starting to see a lot of analysts going out there and reviewing this. We are getting Bank of America giving it $30 price target in the next 12 months. We're seeing Citigroup giving it $28 in the next 12 months. We did have that one investor analyst from Morgan Stanley give it $12, but that was a weakest link in my opinion. But let's talk about the analysts right now. As I mentioned, two were the Bank of America and Citigroup. They did give it a rating of buy, strong buy rating. We did have that one sell from it was Morgan Stanley, Mr. Jonas, the weakest link in my opinion. Out of these three, they do give it a moderate buy. This does give us an average price target in the next 12 months of $23.33, which according to this is 5.2% downside. But the way they got their numbers here, again, you can see the highest price target is $30. Lowest price target for Mr. Jonas is $12. This weakest link did bring us the average price target down to $23. If we take this $12 away, we are at that about $29 in the next 12 months, which I do think that we will get very, very easily. If you look at the stock price right now at $24.61, and you compare it to that $29 in the next 12 months, you're getting a very nice increase in your stock and a very nice profit, again, in my opinion. Now that we have talked about the stock and the TipRanks analysis, I did want to just point out another analysis from Wallet Investor. Wallet Investor does look at an algorithm looking at the technical analysis of Lucid Motor Group, and it does project it into the future. I really like this analysis, and as of Friday, we were down in the LCID Lucid Motor stock at $24.61. But they are now forecasting in the next 1 year that this stock could hit $42.35, which is an amazing growth in this stock, in my opinion. And in the next 5 years, it could have a potential to get over $102. So I do think that these price targets are still being very conservative. I think that by the end of this year, I have mentioned that we will get by the end of this year about $30 to $35 in its stock price. Next year in 2022, we will start having those 20,000 deliveries of all the Lucid brands out there. And I think that this will show a lot of revenue growth. Lucid Motors does plan on producing and making about $2.2 billion of revenue with its forecasted sales. So if we do just take a look at the Lucid stock and compare it to right now, you are getting it at about under that $25 mark, which I think is a great buy-in point. But when you compare it for the 1 year forecast, you're getting a very nice increase in your money in the next 12 months, potentially even doubling your money. But in the next 5 years, this is again being very conservative in my opinion. I do foresee that by the end of 5 years, I think that this stock can hit easily $150 if all the sales, if everything goes well. Also, remember that Lucid Motors did say that by the year 2025, according to all its projections and all of its sales, it will be the first time that it is free cash flow positive. So they will burn a lot of money, especially in the year 2022, 2023. In the year 2023, Lucid Motors is coming out there with that SUV. The SUV will be called the Gravity. So there's going to be a lot more vehicles coming forward from Lucid Group. And I think this is also going to help the stock out quite a bit. Lucid Motors also did say down the line that they did want to make a vehicle that more people could afford. But right now it is targeting to be very exclusive and to have that brand. And it's really focused on that. So a lot of analysts have out there said that it is the Ferrari of the electric vehicle market. And I do believe that it will be, just because not only is it an exclusive brand, I think a lot of people will know the Lucid brand moving forward out there. Right now, there's not a lot of investors that know about Lucid Motors, but moving forward, once this vehicle does come out, I think this is going to change the game of the EV industry because of Lucid's technology. Remember, they have that technology that right now, they do have that product that is just being rolled off the assembly lines. And so far, everything that Lucid has told us has been coming true. And if their projections are accurate, they could definitely be a great competitor to Tesla in the technology space, because they do have that better battery technology. Over 500 miles in one single charge of its battery. They can also charge their vehicles 300 miles in 15 minutes. Very fast charging that can beat anybody out there. All of its technology does have that patent on it. Everything is made in-house. So moving forward, I think this stock is going to do great. But if you can, hit me that thumbs up if you like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit notification bell, hit all, so this can be shared around the community. Please, if you can, continue to share this video with your family, friends, coworkers, that next door neighbor, because we're growing this very beautifully, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for that. But I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, thank you. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put 2 links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.